Great day, everyone. Jerisha Hawk here, your favorite millennial mentor and founder of the Goal Getter Group, where I help women who work a 9-to-5 build a business on the side. I'm all about helping individuals take their ideas and turn them into income and really get out of that lifestyle of living paycheck to paycheck. So I'm really excited to be chatting with you guys today. We did a dinner date, I think it was just last week, and we had a really, really great response and feedback. So I wanted to make sure that I did this again for you guys on a regular basis. Because last time was so much fun, like so much fun. So as we're getting started here, I'm going to make sure everything is set up and queued up. If you guys are here, like definitely say, hey, hop in the comments so I can know that you're here. Let me know you can hear me and that you guys can see me okay. Hey, Desiree. Hey, girlfriend. Oh, what's up, Ed? So I had Qdoba. I'm not going to be eating it in front of you guys because it's really not that cute. I'm super sloppy with my Qdoba. So I kind of ate before we got started. But how are you guys? What are you guys eating for dinner? I know, Ed, you're like still probably like on lunchtime or something. Desiree, what are you planning to eat for dinner? I am curious to know. You don't know what that is? You guys don't have Qdoba? How do you not know what Qdoba is? It's like a Mexican spot. Are you familiar with like Chipotle? He said I barely had lunch. Oh, that's what you mean by you don't know what I mean. So I have to just say today we're going to be talking about the 5 keys to success, not the 5 keys to success, the 5 keys to side hustle success. And then I'm also be answering any questions that you guys have throughout the video, just like we did last week, because that was just a lot of fun. So like I said, let me make sure everything is shared. I'm pretty sure that it is with this Be Live thing. Okay. Probably ordering pizza from Pizza House. Seafood pizza sounds good. So like I said, I want to talk about today the 5 keys to side hustle success, because I think one of the most frequently asked questions I get from my members or from my community is, Jay, I want to start a side hustle, but I have no idea where to begin. Or I feel like I'm not really gaining any traction in my business. I've been putting in the work, quote unquote, but I'm not actually seeing and getting results. And I think there's some reasons behind why that could be happening for you. So I just wanted to do a quick recap on just some keys to success that have been really powerful for me in my business, as well as for others. And then, like I said, chat about any questions that you guys specifically have in regards to developing and growing your side hustle. So I'm also going to put a link on here for anybody who needs it. It is a side hustler starter checklist that lets you know the 5 steps you need to take when just getting off and starting your business. And it really is a no-brainer checklist, but it gets you going and thinking about what are 5 things that you really need to think through if you're planning on starting a business. So the 5 keys to side hustle success. At the beginning here, some of you guys might want to take notes. So feel free to get out your pens and paper. And we're going to get going right now. So first and foremost, I think the number one thing, regardless of what type of business you're in, what industry you're in, what you're selling, the number one key to success that has been powerful for me, and I know it is extremely powerful for others, is you don't focus on selling a product, but rather solving a problem. I see so many new entrepreneurs coming out of the gates focusing on selling. It's all about me. It's what I want to sell. It's how I want to do it. And they're forgetting that they're in business to serve a client. You're in business to solve somebody else's problem through the product or service that you provide. And I think that's a critical thing that a lot of us, even if you're more seasoned in the game, but sometimes we can forget about how important it is for us to make sure that we're solving somebody else's problem and that we're continuously solving a problem and serving from that space to be of service to others. We can't focus so much on selling, because when we really do operate from a place of service and we are solving people's problems, the money just naturally follows and comes after. So I think that that's a huge mindset shift that a lot of folks need to have. And as you're growing and developing your business, is to make sure that you are, just checking yourself every now and again when you're thinking about what you're putting out, you creating a new email challenge, you creating a new product or service, making sure that you're thinking through, how am I really adding value to somebody else and how am I solving somebody else's problem? So even in regards to your free content, we all should be making valuable free content that gives our potential clients a really quick win, so they can, one, engage with us and exchange some sort of value, whether that be an email list, their email address for a PDF or a checklist or a starter guide that we have, or to join our free webinar. But really start to listen and understand what your audience needs and what they're asking for, and really create opportunities within your business that you are asking those questions so you can get that feedback, so you can start creating solutions and products that fit their needs. So I want to point out here, as you guys are hopping on, feel free to hop in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. But Ed, I want to point out your comment you just made. Yes, don't worry about the numbers. Those will come later. Focus on the solution. And I think that's really, really, really important, because I just think some of us forget that sometimes, or as we're brand new in the game, we just haven't learned this yet, that even though you're starting a business so you can have freedom in your life and design and live your life the way that you want, you are still in business to serve somebody else. So that's really, really important. And I completely agree with you on that. Completely agree with you on that. So, and like I said, that comes with your paid products as well as your free products. What are you giving out on a consistent basis that is solving somebody's problem, that is providing value, and that is giving them a quick win so they can engage with you and actually start learning a feel for who you are, so you can start developing that know, like, and trust factor. So it makes it a little bit easier for them on their customer journey to get to a space where they're actually ready to invest their money in one of your products or services. So that's my number one key to side hustle success, is don't focus on selling a product, but rather solving a problem. Okay. So number two on the list is, this is really the bread and butter for my business, quite honestly, is, let me post this here so you guys can see this. I don't know how to do this. Okay, so the number two thing is create video and audio content. And I know some people are like, Jay, I don't like being on camera. I don't like the way my voice sounds, but I'm telling you, the way, the place that we're at in online business, everything is going to video. Video is like the bread and butter. They're saying that I think 90% of content will be consumed by video in a very short time period from now. Like, video is the wave of everything. Everybody loves video. And I think this is really important. As you guys even will start noticing, you see a lot of Facebook ads now. The video is where it's at. People aren't just only doing the graphics and the image anymore. I even polled my audience and I asked, what type of content do you guys love receiving from me? Is it video? Is it podcast audio? Or is it blog posts? And hands down, the largest percentage was video, and by a long shot. Video is where it's at. So I highly suggest start to create video and or audio content, so people who may be meeting you for the first time can feel your energy and relate to you more, right? Like, if you guys are watching me on Facebook Live, like I'm humanizing my brand right now. I'm more attainable. You're able to see my body language, hear my vocals, connect with me on a different level than you would just by reading my blog post. So I think that that's really important. And I really believe that video content is one of the best ways to build trust with potential clients, with cold clients, because they don't know who you are. They haven't discovered you yet. And video is just a great way for you to infuse and develop and strengthen that relationship, to me, on more quickly than you could just by text. So, Facebook Live videos have increased my brand awareness personally and has expanded my audience reach ridiculously. And I've gained multiple 4-figure clients directly from my Facebook Lives. If that's not receipts, I don't know what is. And when people tell me Jay, I can't do Facebook Live, I don't want to like talk about myself on video. Guys, if you guys do not feel comfortable speaking about yourself and your brand, like how can you grow a business? And I'm not sitting here saying that video is the only way to do it. But video is really just a great place to start for you to start growing your audience so people can discover who you are and people can get a feel for who you are. But it also gives you practice on like pitching yourself and selling yourself and seeing what stuff works and what doesn't, because you put out a Facebook Live video or do a podcast based off of the response and the feedback that you get. Again, it's you listening to your audience and making sure you're solving their problems. If you get really good feedback off of something, that will lead you in a direction on maybe this is where I should be going with my products or services. So that's my number 2 step, is really start creating video and audio content like yesterday. It's hands down, Facebook has been the one platform that has skyrocketed my business success. And I really do believe it's because of, I don't know, video. I do really well on video, and my audience is on Facebook and they like to watch video. So I'm going to create content that they want to consume. And even though I hate writing blog posts, like Desiree and Micah, if you guys are watching this, I really do appreciate you guys being on my team because you're forcing me to get out of my comfort zone. But I know that some of my audience, they want to read content. So if they go to my blog and all they see is video and audio, they're like, okay, I want to read a blog. I don't want to just listen to her or watch her. Like, I'm now forcing myself in some capacity here to create content that serves my audience's needs. So it's not just about what you want to do or what you feel comfortable doing. It's also understanding where your audience is, what platform they're on, and creating content that solves their problems in a space where they're ready to consume it. Clarissa said, are you on Periscope as well? About a year ago, I was on Periscope and doing videos on Periscope regularly. I think I stopped, honestly, because I felt overwhelmed by how many platforms I felt that I had to be on. And so I haven't been on Periscope in months. Are you trying to tell me something, Clarissa? Do you want me to get back on Periscope? But I haven't made a video on there in a very, very long time. And again, it was partly because when I first got started, I felt just super overwhelmed. I saw all these other entrepreneurs. Everybody was on everything. They were on Twitter, Tumblr, Pinterest, Facebook, Periscope, Instagram. I'm like, I tried to do all of it, and I felt really, really burnt out. So I just took a step back, took a moment, said, what are the 2 or 3 platforms I'm going to focus on and nail? And that's kind of where I'm at now. So I think I've gotten my routine down in regards to Instagram, because one of my business partners now is going to be managing that. Facebook feels way better for me now than it did even a year ago, because I also, again, have help now in that space. Like Desiree has been doing a phenomenal job. She's also another business partner of mine who's been managing Facebook groups and just helping with engagement. So I feel a lot more like in a routine now with Facebook Live and or just with my Facebook platform. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with those platforms. But Facebook is hands down my bread and butter. Ed said, yep, you got to narrow down. No more than 1 to 3 is key. And I think that's really important for a lot of us who are just getting started, because I think we see so many other people out here and we don't put it in perspective that they've been in the game for 6-7 years and they have full teams that help support their platforms. But you can get so lost and caught up in the weeds trying to be on every platform that you end up not making money. Like, you just end up being on social media all day and you're not even generating any income in your business. So that's what I got to say about that. Clarissa, great question, by the way. Like I said, if you guys have any questions at all, you're more than welcome to ask. I like BeLive because, one, if you guys are looking for a platform on where to do like Facebook Lives, I'd recommend BeLive, like the platform I'm on right now. I like it because I can like pop your comments up. I like the engagement. But so yeah, that's what I got there. So that second tip was create more video and audio content. The third is always represent your brand well online and offline. I'm a put this in here. So I want to make sure everybody hears this, because I see too many people dropping the ball on this. But always represent your brand well online and offline. Just because you're creating or you have an online business does not take away from the fact of like real life interaction and how you show up in the real world. And I say real world, I mean like in person. If you are not representing your brand well and you're a hot mess in person, but you have it like all together online, or, you know, you're just unprofessional, or you're not carrying yourself well in a great space when you're interacting with people in person, I mean, that's going to affect your online business. So your personal brand encompasses everything. That's your online presence. It's your website. It's how you show up to your audience, but it's also how you engage in person. So put effort into the way that you present yourself. Remember that every comment you make, every post you publish remains online forever. And people, I mean, that's just reality. But perception is reality, and how your audience perceives you really does matter. So I think that's really important, that we need to keep that in mind and in the forefront as we're developing our brands and growing our brands, that we need to make sure that we're showing up and presenting ourselves in the best light possible, regardless if it's online or offline. Because even though you're starting online, for you to get those in-person speaking engagements, it starts online, but then it carries over to how you present yourself and how you show up in the real world. And how you do in person at that one speaking engagement or on that panel or at that networking event will have an impact on future opportunities. So that's really important. Okay, I'm eating my dessert now. Oh, I didn't even tell you guys. So when I went to Qdoba, I always get a kid's meal, because I can never finish the adult meal in one sitting. I know. I'm like a 5-year-old. And yes, it's chocolate chip cookie. It's so delicious. But Qdoba, their kids' meal is like $4, guys. And it's a really good portion size, because they see that you're an adult, so they just give you more food, which I love. But the guy was super nice. I got my Qdoba, and I bought a cookie, and all he charged me for was the cookie. So I paid $1 for a full meal and a cookie. That was nothing but God and favor in my life today. Okay? Okay. So happy about that. So that was the third tip. Was always represent your brand well online and offline. Next up here is number 4. Is build relationships with other business owners and influencers. I cannot stress this enough. In order for you to become really successful in your business and really just start getting like these up-level moments, it is imperative, like you have to build authentic relationships with others. And that's not just your clients. It's really important for you to build relationships not only with your potential clients, but also with new business besties. You know, find opportunities to schedule virtual coffee chats, to meet up with people in real life, like go to Starbucks or Panera and grab lunch. And this is really what's been able, I mean, Facebook as a platform as a whole has really helped me up-level my business. Through doing Facebook Lives and being active in Facebook groups is what has propelled my business the way that it has right now. And also through forming relationships with other business owners that I've met within this online space to help pour back into my business. Like those have been the game changers for me outside of my own individual effort, you know, and like building this. But I mean, you guys think about my membership community. Half of my membership community would not exist if it weren't for my guest experts coming in and educating and teaching my audience. And how I got those guest experts was, you know, by like creating relationships with other business owners that I've been cultivating for months on months before I ever asked them to do anything for me. And I think that it's important for us to be developing relationships. All business is, I mean, we got to remember, at the heart of any business, it's just your people. The people who work there, the people who are buying from you, it's all relationships. It's all just humans interacting together, and you guys are exchanging value, and money is just a way for you to purchase that value or to exchange that resource to get that value. At the heart of it all, it is people and it's relationships. And I cannot say how many people have poured into me and into my business and who have fueled my growth and given me the confidence that I needed, that I didn't even know that I needed, who have given me opportunities, who have mentored me, amazing individuals like Ed, I met you online. Like, it's so important for us to focus on building relationships with other business owners and influencers. Like, sometimes I will literally sign up for a course or program, not just to get the content that's in the course or program, but one, I evaluate, like, what is their community like? Like, community to me is really important. And when I sign up or pay for a membership community or for a new course that has a community aspect, hey, Venus, I evaluate not only is the content that I'm about to get fire, like, is it really, really good content that's actually going to help me grow or build my business, but two, what is their community like? Because again, I know building a business is a lot about building relationships. So if their community is really strong, engaged, active, like they're also go-getters and like ambitious entrepreneurs, I want those people in my network. Like Venus, Ed, both of you guys are in communities that I belong to, and it's like rich friends unite. Like that's what it's all about. So those are two really big things I evaluate whenever I make an investment in my business. Hey, Tori. But also, like, how much access do I have to the facilitator? Because is there an opportunity for me to develop a deeper relationship with the facilitator? Do I have access to them, or am I just buying a product and I never hear from them again, except when I get my receipt for what I paid for? Oh, there's a bunch of rich friends in the house. Hey, y'all. Thanks for watching and hopping on today. And that's really important for me, because that's been the thing that's been allowed me to grow and scale my business, is by me developing relationships. So some tangible tips I want to give on this, because this is really my bread and butter in my business, is I dedicate at least 30 minutes to an hour a week where I go into other Facebook groups that I belong to, and all I do is just serve. And what I mean that is, like, Savvy Business Owners is a great example of a community that I love, and that community has poured into me like crazy. And it's a free Facebook group. They also have a paid membership group now, but before they didn't have the membership group. So they still have their free Facebook group, and I will go on like at least 30 minutes to an hour. That's one group I always go into, and I will just scroll through and see what questions people have been posting, and all I will do for the 30 minutes to an hour is just respond and give answers to people. Like, and that's a huge thing that I've done that has allowed me to grow my business, to get new clients, and to develop new relationships and partnerships with people that have helped me ultimately grow my business. So I know I'm like beating the dead horse on this, but I cannot say it enough. It's really important for you to build community based on adding value to others. And those people will be there to support you when you need it as well. So invest in giving back and building those relationships. And the last tip that I have in regards to building a successful side hustle is this. Okay, I don't even know if it's going to show all this. Oh, Clarissa, it's called the Savvy Business Owners. Heather Crabtree is the owner and facilitator of the group. Very, very sweet woman. Like, she's an amazing business owner, and just how she cultivates community and really empowers her audience and empowers her community to give back and support each other. Like, those women pour into, it's ridiculous. It's kind of like, it's similar. I would say that the engagement is similar to Yacht Club. But these women just give and give and give. Like, I think about when I started my membership group and I put a call out. It's like, I asked who was a guest expert, who would want to be a guest expert for my audience. Like, 9 of the 12 guest experts I have came from that community. Like, the women just want to give and they want to serve because other people have done that for them. So that was, it was game changer for me. And I give a huge shout out to Heather Crabtree for really cultivating that community. It's connecting me with so many other amazing entrepreneurs that have really helped me expand and grow my business. So they have a free Facebook group. And then just at the beginning of this year, they started a paid membership group where they actually have monthly meetups. They have a masterclass every month. There's like a forum board where you can ask questions. a job board so you can get, you know, like hire other savvies, all that type of stuff. So that's one of my favorites too. So yeah, the last tip that I have is about, you know, really setting yourself up for success within your side hustle is realize that there are two most valuable resources in the world. The two most valuable resources in the world are time and money, right? One you can get back and one you can't. Understand that you can't level up for free in life. Like, in order for you to get from where you are right now to what the next level is, you have to sacrifice, or something has to change in order for you to get to the next level. And having a successful side hustle comes with necessary investments, both with your time and with your money. So if you don't have the money to spend, realize that you will have to spend and invest your time learning and implementing. If you don't have the time, you're going to have to invest money to hire people or to hire others or to purchase necessary tools or systems to help you solve whatever it was that, you know, that time didn't like allot for you to have. That's it, guys. There's only two resources, time and money. So either you're going to be spending the time or you're going to be spending the money. And in most cases, for a lot of us, it's a combination of two. So gain clarity on really what you need and invest in resources that will help you grow and fast track your way to success. I think that's really important, that we need to like just swallow that pill and realize that there are necessary investments that are required for us to grow the business that we say that we want to have. There is no $100,000 business out here that isn't spending money on growing their business through Facebook ads, through paid advertising, through online software that manages their email list or manages their finances. Like they're investing in something. And if you get to a space where like you don't have the money to do it, like a lot of us who are just starting off, you're spending your free time building your business and growing your business and doing more of that hustle work because you don't have the money necessarily to invest in the tools or in others to help bring on your team or whatever. So swallow that pill and realize, you know, it's time or it's money. But I do want you to realize that there's one thing that you never can get back. Once the time is spent, you cannot get that time back. So sometimes it's a lot more cost effective for you to make that financial investment. So you're not spending your time doing things that really aren't serving your larger mission or really aren't helping you move the needle. So those are my 5 tips for you guys today. And here's just a quick recap. 1, don't focus on selling a product, but rather solving a problem. Create video and audio content so people who may be meeting you for the first time, they can feel your energy and relate to you more. Always represent your brand well online and offline. Build relationships with other business owners and influencers, and realize that the two most valuable resources in the world are time and money. One you can never get back, and investing in your business is necessary for you to up level and get to where you're trying to go. Ed, thank you. Thank you. I love that you guys are hopping on and joining. I know I saw some other questions in here. So I guess if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments. Venus said, how many groups do you recommend being a part of? And I think this is going to be different for everybody. I'm currently in 3 paid like groups, technically, 2 paid membership groups, and then 1 like group coaching program. And I think that's kind of a lot. Like I've been really evaluating at this year, what does that mean? Like, why am I in these groups and really what am I getting out of them? Where I need to be paying $30 to $100 a month to be a part of them. And I've been kind of downsizing a bit. I'm actually going to be leaving one of those paid communities here soon. So I'm really going to just be down to 2. But I think it's important when you're asking that question, it's not how many do you need to be a part of, but really the better question is, where do you need support in your business? And which one of these communities or like group coaching programs or courses can serve you to help you with where you're at right now, help you get to the next level. And based off the groups that you're in, what value are you getting out of them? And are you fully leveraging the resources and tools that they're providing in those communities? So that was kind of like a mouthful. But I think that's really a better way to answer that question, is really to evaluate not necessarily how many, but what are you getting out of and why are you a part of them? So like if you're a part of a community that is, like I noticed that one of the membership groups I was in, I never had time to actually watch the master classes. And, you know, I never made time because to me, I was really getting the support from other communities. So I really didn't need to be in there. So I canceled that membership. And then also I'm in a paid one now, even though I think personally it's a little bit further advanced from where I'm at in my business. This membership group is like $97 a month. And the training for me is like a little bit further along, probably like 2 steps ahead of where I'm at right now. But I recognize that, and I'm in the group because I wanted to help develop me right now in my season of preparation. So I think that's really important too. So I think it's more important just based off, do you know what you need? Are these communities actually serving and solving your problems? Are you making the time intentionally to actually engage with these communities and get the value that they're getting out, that, you know, you're getting from them? But I also noticed at the beginning of this year, I signed up for like 4 paid communities. And I was just super excited when 2017 kicked off. But also, I was just in them to be in them. And I realized that, like, honestly, it was more noise than anything else. Because my email and my notifications would be blowing up because I was in so many of these communities, and it was more of a distraction, and it would just make me feel busy. So I would avoid implementing within my business. And I think that was like a huge aha moment for me, and why I like canceled 2 of the 4 memberships, and why I'm also canceling 1 more. Because of that. So I think that's really important too. If you're in a handful of communities, are you in them just so you can stay busy and feel busy to the point where you're like avoiding implementation? So those are things I would consider with that answer. But I would say probably no more than 2 or 3, especially if you're paying for them, because you want to make sure that you actually have time to like execute, implement what you're teaching and what you're learning. So that's my 2 cents on that. Archie said, do you think you speak more to female entrepreneurs or all entrepreneurs? I think my advice applies to anybody. I don't think that my advice only can help or service just women. Like Ed watches my videos. He's a man. I'll let you give me your 2 cents on that, Ed. But my target market is definitely women. So all of my marketing material and my business is specifically targeted towards women. But I think the advice and the resources and the tools I share, men gain from it and are able to digest and implement the same things that I'm teaching. It's all business. At the end of the day, it's all green. It's money, right? Money has no gender, has no race, has no color. So yeah, that's really who I market. But I have a couple male clients. So if they can handle the pink workbooks, they just print it off in black and white. We get along just fine. So great question. I've been getting that a lot actually lately, Archie. A lot of men have been reaching out saying like, what about us? Why aren't you selling to men? I'm like, I just market to women. The stuff still applies. So if it works for you, like invest and sign up. I've never like canceled somebody's subscription just because they were a man. So, yeah. Look at Ed, hint, hint. I'm just saying, I don't. I've been following you for a while, and I do agree you give excellent advice. Thank you so much. I'm really glad that the advice I've been giving is helpful and is serving you guys. And I just appreciate you guys giving time to even like hop on, watch, and engage with me too. I really do appreciate it. So I have to get, if there's any other questions, I will definitely answer them before I hop off. Let's see if there's anything else I missed in here. I don't think so. But, thank you, Venus. I love you guys so much. So like I said, if any of you are looking for like a really quick start checklist on what are like the first 5 things you need to do in regards to thinking about whether or not you want to start a side hustle, or if you're just flirting with the idea of starting a business, I really do invite you to download the free checklist at bit.ly/hustle smarter. It's a really just simple checklist that just walks you through 5 quick things to think through in regards to starting your business. Venus said, what has been your best experience thus far with being a business owner? Or with what specifically, Venus? I don't know what exactly she's asking about there, but so yeah, that's or with what. I don't know if you're going to answer that question for me, Venus, but what has been the best experience thus far? I'm assuming she means with my business. I think the best experience for me, I don't know, my relationship with God has really deepened since I started my business. And to me, I hands down say that's probably been the best experience, is just developing a better relationship with him. Knowing every day I pray and ask God to like use me. I'm open. I'm your vessel. Like, use me to go serve your people in whatever way that looks like for you. And the more I've been praying about that, the more God has been using me. And it's really been within my business where I've been able to increase my impact and my service. And I really think, I mean, that to me has been the best experience I've had with building a business, is developing my relationship with God. And I feel like I've been able to communicate to him better. And really just be able to hear him better and allow him to work through me like I've never experienced in my life. I don't know if that was like the expected answer to that question, but that's really the honest answer. It's my faith has really deepened since starting a business. I can't even like explain to y'all some of the stuff that's been happening. The people who I've been meeting, the opportunities that have been coming my way, how he has been gracing my life. But not only like me, but just knowing that this idea that he put in my heart, the seed he planted in me a year ago, saying like, start this group. I want to impact and empower more women. I want more women to feel confident in their God-given gifts. And I want to help them better articulate their value so they can go and give themselves out to the world and serve the world. And this domino effect happens because the more women I touch, the more people I empower, the more individuals I impact, they then are now empowered and enabled with the tools and resources that they need so they can go out and do the same. And it's just amazing to me that God can plant a seed in you in the way that you're already fertilized to grow this thing. But the way that he has been using me in the past year is like radical. It's been like liberating. It's been super exciting. I don't know. I'm just humbled by the experience and grateful that it's happening. So I think that to me has been the best experience, is the relationship I've gained and just deepened with God through this. I got to start listening to him more because he's been telling me to move and I'm kind of scared. I'm like, hold up. I didn't know he was going to do this fast. Like, pump the brakes, Lord. And you can't, it's just, I had this little idea of what this would be and how this would grow and like the impact I would have. And his plans are so much bigger than mine. And my little human self, I'm trying to like wrap my mind and prepare myself mentally. Like, it's all about mindset at this stage to take on what he has in store for me, and, to not block my blessings, but to really be open to receiving this abundance that he is trying and that he is working on delivering in my life. And it's a struggle. It's a struggle when it's time to up level and he's telling you thought you was going to go to level 2 and he's trying to take you to level 10. It's like, hold on. I don't know if I'm ready for that, but it's like, I have to get over myself, and it's not about what I'm ready to do. It's not about what I'm comfortable with. It's about what he's called me to do. And, really just making sure I'm positioning myself and preparing myself mentally and spiritually more than anything else, to really be able to walk forward in with faith in the path that he's trying to guide me in. So, Venus, that was a beautiful question. Thank you for asking that question. I had to think about that, but that hands down has been the best experience, is deepening my relationship with God and being able to communicate with him in a way that I've never been able to communicate with him before. So hands down, that was a beautiful question. Thank you for asking that question, Venus. You always ask really good questions. So that's what I have for you guys tonight. I'm hoping that we can keep doing dinner dates on a regular basis. Maybe they can, I'll go in between like having more of a structured content and then more kind of like last week where it was just kind of free flow. You guys asked whatever you wanted and I answered, because that was so much fun. So thank you guys for being on for that. But you guys enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to chat with me, to ask questions, and just to learn about some tips and tricks that I had in regards to building a successful side hustle. If you are watching this in the replay, feel free to leave questions and comments below, and I'll make sure to address and answer those. But you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Remember what Jerisha said, keep moving that needle. If you want to learn or find out more about what I'm doing over at the Goal Getter Group, visit jerishahawk.com. I'll put that in here. You guys have that readily available. Some things coming up. The Goal Getter Group is our monthly membership program or portal. We're closing the doors on membership access at the end of this month. So if you are interested in joining, we have a monthly mastermind call where we all get in on video. I can hear everybody. We can see everybody. And we just have a mastermind call where you ask whatever business related questions you're having, and we work through those challenges that you're experiencing, provide resources and advice on how you can overcome them. And then we also have a guest expert come in every single month to teach a different strategy for you to implement within your business. So that's closing at the end of this month. So if you are interested, I definitely invite you to join. You can find out information again at jerishahawk.com. And then Fuck Fixed Income is coming out in May. I am so pumped for that. And that's going to be a group coaching program, kind of like an academy type style. That's going to be teaching you how to earn an extra $1,000 a month. So just getting out of that fixed income mindset. How do you start diversifying your income by making more income based off of what you know how to do? So it's just turning what you know into actual coins and dollars. So we're going to be teaching you how to earn your first $1,000 outside of your corporate job. So that's going to be coming out in May. If you want more information on that, just sign up for our email list, just so you can be notified of the when that's coming out. What's the link for the Venus for the free checklist? You can find the free checklist here. And this is just 5 steps that you can take in regards to what are the first 5 things you need to think through when starting your side hustle. And I think you already know all this stuff on that checklist, Venus. You've been putting in the work. But if you want a refresher just to see what it is, definitely go download it. But I think you're solid in this space. So you guys enjoy the rest of your night, okay? Let me know if you have any questions, comments, if you thought this was helpful, and you think that your audience or your friends or people you know would get value out of this, please share this Facebook Live on your page. Sharing is caring. And, if you know somebody who would be, value from this content, definitely share the message along. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Enjoy your nights. Bye, everyone.